Hello and welcome to the British Chamber of Commerce Singapore's 4th annual Diversity Photography Competition. We are extremely excited to be holding this event virtually, and here with our video partners at AsiaWorks, we've pulled out all the virtual conferencing stops to make the next hour something really special. My name's Daisy Radford, and along with being Head of Delivery and Operations for BAE Systems, I am BAE Systems Diversity and Inclusion APAC Lead. I also sit on the Chamber's D&I Committee, but tonight my most important title is as your host. Before we kick off this evening's proceedings, I would like to take this chance to just reflect on what 2020 has meant for the Diversity and Inclusion mission. From a very simplistic view, we could consider health as an equalizer. Viruses and diseases are biology. They don't have social classes and they don't hold biases. However, this viewpoint is from a place of privilege. We just have to look at how COVID-19 impacted different communities around the world to realise that health and the ramifications of disease is anything but equalising. As we come out of this pandemic and our global recovery plans are put in motion, we must make sure that we have diverse considerations and those plans have truly inclusive initiatives. 2020 has also honed our understanding around the Black Lives Matters movement. This movement has shown us that we can enhance our lives at every layer if we embrace the essence of diversity and inclusion. And arts is certainly one area it can be. And that's why we're here to celebrate tonight. Celebrate how art, particularly photography, can really help us drive forward that D&I message. This year's competition saw 160 people enter. They submitted photographs that celebrates diversity from all ages. It was open to anyone living in Singapore over the age of 13. So you get the idea of how difficult it was to come up with a shortlist, never mind select the winners. I want to give a special warm welcome to all our finalists. Brilliant. Feel the excitement. We're honoured to have one of our judges with us this evening who will be announcing our winners. Her Excellency Cara Owen, British High Commissioner to Singapore, will be joining us later and sharing a few words on what D&I means to her. We will also be hearing from Barclays, the Chamber's D&I Partner, and Newcastle University, who are the very kind sponsors of tonight's prizes. A big thank you to both organisations for their continued commitment to D&I. I will now pass on to Andrew Ashman of Barclays and co-chair of the Chamber's D&I Committee to say a few words. Andrew.
Great, thank you Daisy, thank you very much. Now, as chair of the D&I Committee at BritCham, I'm absolutely passionate about diversity and inclusion. But as a committee, we're also passionate about promoting diversity and inclusion within the business community in Singapore. And that's what this event is all about. So I'm very excited to be here this evening. Now, I've seen firsthand how important diversity is in building a cohesive, high-performing team. But as Daisy said, this year, more than ever before, we've come to appreciate the importance of being open, transparent, and really challenging the status quo. So I would encourage you to use this event as a catalyst. Reflect on your own internal biases in the spirit of promoting D&I within Singapore. Now, the photo competition is one of my favourite events of the D&I calendar. And that's because it really epitomizes diversity in a single place. It always amazes me how it's possible to see so many interpretations of diversity and inclusion in a single evening. And at Barclays, we're really proud to be supporting this event. Diversity and inclusion is key and integral to our strategy. So we're delighted to be associated with the awards tonight. And I can't wait to see the photos. Over to you, Daisy.
Andrew, it is so brilliant to see large corporations and brands like Barclays making D&I front and centre of their policies and their ethos. It really sets an example for other companies and society at large that we should all follow. I'll now pass on to Matt Bentley, CEO and Singapore Dean of Newcastle University, and as I mentioned, the kind sponsor of tonight's prizes. Matt.
Thank you, Daisy. I think you may have stolen my thunder actually in your introductory speech. So I hope our audience will bear with me and listen to perhaps a little bit of repetition. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of Newcastle University as a prize sponsor to welcome the High Commissioner, Cara, all of our guests, and especially the entrants and finalists to the 4th Annual British Chamber Celebrating Diversity photo competition. For my part, I'm delighted to be able to join you virtually this year, a way of working to which we've all by now become well accustomed. Newcastle University is an institution which has a long-standing commitment to equality, diversity and inclusion, while continuing to respect and protect the principle of academic freedom. Martin Luther King was an honorary graduate of the university, and we're passionate in our belief that universities should play a fundamental role in creating and fostering more equitable societies. It doesn't need me to say that 2020 has been a remarkable year for all the wrong reasons. More than ever, diversity and inclusion have been at the forefront of everybody's thinking. Two things, amongst others, illustrate this to me. First, the killing of George Floyd during an arrest in Minneapolis in May sparked global protests and gave new impetus to the Black Lives Matter movement, which was founded in 2013 after the acquittal of Tran Martin's murderer. In Singapore, we experienced early cases of COVID-19 in late January around Chinese New Year. At the same time, the virus spread rapidly around the globe, becoming the pandemic that currently affects 188 countries with more than 27 million cases and which has claimed over 800,000 lives. As Daisy said, the virus doesn't discriminate on race, creed or colour, but data show that Black, Asian, minority ethnic groups, disadvantaged and vulnerable people have succumbed more readily to the disease. So the importance of diversity and inclusion in our community has become more important than ever and has been recognised and celebrated in the submissions to the BritCham Celebrating Diversity photo competition. Images from the finalists represented here tonight are absolutely wonderful. The photographs have been beautifully composed, are thought-provoking and tell a story. In my book, for these reasons, they're all winners, but we'll hear a little bit more on that later. Thank you. Over to you, Daisy.
Thank you, Matt. I couldn't agree more. The photographs are just fantastic, and it just is such a great way of getting the message out there of the importance of diversity and inclusion, particularly on this year's backdrop. Well, now we've got a treat. We're going to be taking on a journey through cyberspace, and our team here in AsiaWorks have compiled a fantastic video that will profile our very talented finalists. Wow, just thank you so much to everyone that entered. It really is an excellent example of what a fantastic output can come from such a diverse level of inputs. Really inspirational. Talking of inspirational, it is now my honour to introduce Her Excellency Cara Owen, British High Commissioner to Singapore. Cara is a staunch champion of diversity and organisational development. She's been calling Singapore home for a little over a year, having spent time working in 57 different countries, but with a keen interest on Southeast Asia. Cara says that she spent the first 100 days of her time in Singapore really getting to understand what this fantastically diverse city-state really means. She dedicated a day a week to visit somewhere new and speak to a new part of our community. Cara, it's that kind of commitment to diversity and inclusion that makes you such a valid judge of this competition, and we are really honoured to have you here to announce the winners. Before we do that, however, can I just ask you to share with us what diversity and inclusion means to you from a personal perspective and in your job?
Well, Daisy, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this brilliant event. I think I am really committed on diversity and inclusion, and probably my credibility there is much higher than my credibility as a photographer. So I have felt truly humbled at all of the photographs that I have had the pleasure of looking through as a judge. But you asked me what diversity and inclusion means to me personally. I think I've been committed on diversity and inclusion, even though I might not have used those words, since I was a teenager. And certainly when I joined the UK Foreign Office, when I became a member of the British Diplomatic Service, I was struck instantly by the fact that I thought we had very little diversity within that grouping. Certainly nowhere near as diverse as the amazingly diverse country I represent. And then here I am, sitting here as the first ever female British High Commissioner in Singapore. I think diversity and inclusion is one of those things, sometimes when you're younger, you feel very strongly about an issue, and as you get older, you learn new things that maybe change your views slightly, and you may become a little bit less committed or passionate about that thing you were really passionate about when you were younger. With diversity and inclusion, I think I've gone in the opposite direction. I always thought it was really important. And as I have continued in my career, and as I have seen the organisation that I work in myself become more and more diverse, I have seen it improving. We have got better. The organisations that feel passionately about this award and are giving prizes, Newcastle University, or sponsoring the whole diversity and inclusion focus for the British Chamber, all of us know that increased diversity and inclusion makes us better organisations that are better able to deliver our business goals. And I really feel that very strongly, and I've seen evidence time and time again to back up that assertion. I'm really proud of the British Chamber too. You have had diversity and inclusion at the heart of what you do for many years now, and I think the different activities that you take on through the year that have a very British Chamber slant on the issue of diversity and inclusion really add to the richness of the conversation I have encountered here in Singapore on that very issue. It's something that I love working on, and I'm really pleased to be here associated with this photo competition tonight.
That's brilliant, Cara. Yeah, it's just really interesting, isn't it, to look back on how far we have actually progressed on the diversity and inclusion agenda. So still a long way to go, but certainly progress has been made. So now comes the exciting part. So I will pass back to you, High Commissioner, to Cara. You can start to announce our winners.
Well, thank you very much, Daisy. So we have 4 winners to announce tonight. I think we're really excited to reveal these, and I have to say, massive congratulations to all of the finalists. You beat off some great competition to be even sitting here as finalists. And I can't wait. You should all feel very proud of yourselves. I hope you consider entering next year. But we're going to kick off with the very first category, which is the most popular winner. So can I have a drum roll, please, while I open this envelope? The tension is rising. It's always a fantastic category to know that you are elected by popular acclaim, and I can confirm that the winner of the most popular category is Le Van Chan. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
I hope that felt fantastic, seeing your photograph being beamed up there.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the photograph.
I wanted to portray the diversity between generations and the message that despite the age gap, we are all connected. And the idea of technology came to my mind. Through my photo, I want to show that despite the differences, technology brings everyone together.
What a fantastic message. And I know, as somebody who is here in Singapore and I'm separated from my mum who is 80, if I didn't have the tech that I had, I would feel much, much further away. I loved the composition. It really looked like the people in it were really close, and putting tech at the heart of it, reminding everybody that tech doesn't belong to just one generation and that it's going to be part of all of our future. What a fantastic, fantastic message that you have sent us. And I think here in Singapore, where on all different aspects of public services, the government is thinking really hard about how tech can bring better outcomes for citizens. It's a super, super thing to see. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And I hope you wear that award with pride, carry that award with pride. And I really hope we'll see you entering again next year. It was a brilliant idea and a beautiful photograph.
Thank you.
So moving on to the third prize winner. Drum roll, please. They're opening the beautiful envelope, your crest on it. And inside, the winner is Umi Nolisa Kamal. Lisa, hearty congratulations. You look delighted to have won there. And I think that photograph, it's the infectious joy inside it. It's impossible not to smile when you look at that photograph. Tell us a little bit about the photograph and yourself.
That photograph is actually inspired by my mother because she's and all the women that actually been through hardship in life. So I decided to gather all my ideas and my sister and friends to come up with this picture to show women empowerment, because I think that's quite important in diversity, because women's right is quite an issue in the world. So I want to portray that.
Well, I think you did that really, really well. What I also was amazed by is you had thought very hard about how to compose it, but the people in it were absolutely exploding with natural laughter. What was it that you did to make them look so naturally happy and full of laughter?
I actually asked them to look at each other and try to laugh about something, and then they started very awkward, and then suddenly when they look at each other and they started laughing because it's very awkward, and I decided just to capture that moment right on time.
Yeah, well, you did really, really well, and I could not agree more about the importance of treating gender diversity. The women in your photograph looked absolutely comfortable with themselves, comfortable with each other, and it's a really, really powerful image.
Thank you.
Can we expect an entry from you next year?
I think so, because currently I'm having my national exam, so like I have to do some arrangement. But I'll give it a shot, maybe.
Well, do, but don't let it get in the way of your national exams. We wish you all the very best for those exams. Congratulations again for being winning scooping the third prize. We're really proud of you and of your photograph.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on now, we're coming to the second prize winner. The tension is mounting in the finalists room. So let's have another drum roll, please. And the second prize winner is Yvonne Lim. Yvonne, congratulations. Oh, look at that. We've got a whole welcoming party to celebrate the victory. Well done you, Yvonne. Just as with the last picture, I think it was impossible not to be smiling. Those cheeky, happy faces that we saw. Look! And there's another one that we saw in the picture. It was a real joy to see that. Tell us about who was in the picture.
Yeah, thank you. So we took that, my husband and I took that during our wedding dinner. The Malay couple is actually our best friend, and we thought that it actually embraced like diversity very well, because we are all from different religion and different race, and we are very very fortunate to be staying in Singapore, where cultural and racial diversity is celebrated, and which makes our marriage actually possible very easily. Yep. And then this is our little baby, which we hope that he will continue to embrace diversity like as he grows up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you have clearly put diversity at the heart of your home, and the way that you speak about it is so kind of passionate and inspiring. I have no doubt that your baby will be able to continue to embrace that and show that in his own life. Really, congratulations. It was a really beautiful photograph, beautifully composed. I love the colours in it. And again, just the sheer happiness that came bursting out of the photograph. You're a really, really worthy second prize winner. So we have got now to the moment where we are going to announce the big prize winner, the first prize winner. So please, just before I reveal the name, our final drum roll of the night, please. Good luck to all the remaining finalists. And the winner is David Wirawan. Congratulations, David, on scooping the first prize.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a really lovely photograph. I think, you know, when we were looking at it, when we were judging it, it really stood out for what it said about ability and determination and partnership and togetherness. But you tell us about what lies behind that photograph and why did you choose it?
That is the first time I took the photo for the Para Games. Actually, it's in 2015. When I was there, actually, I a bit confused how actually the para athlete can run within the track, because yes, they have the disability. Then when I saw the other partner come, their partner come, and then they put the rubber into their hand together. So I have the idea, oh, they run together. But it's not easy for the partner and also for the para athlete, how they want to run together, how the rhythm, how they communicate each other to achieve their goal. But when I want to take that, when I taking the photo, actually is make me realize something, that para athlete itself may be difficult to run, but when we have a partner, when we have a friend, when we have someone that guides us together, when we have something that actually we cannot do, but together actually we can do. So we accept our difference, but we accept our difference, but we as together we become a team, then we can achieve our goal together. Then I think this make me realize that we can help each other to achieve our goal, and also it actually help ourselves and also help others. Thank you.
What a great message. I don't think any of us would be where we are today without that kind of help and support from those around us. So that's a really, really lovely message. I'm a sport fan as well. And I think one of the best things that's happened during my time as a sports fan is seeing how central the Paralympics and other Para Games have become, alongside in equal footing all of the other competitions. It's been truly amazing and inspiring, and I really notice how it impacts on the younger generation and their view of what is possible for everybody. So I think you have really fastened on a fantastic theme. The photograph was brilliant. It's very hard to capture somebody in such quick movement. So I have huge admiration for your photographic skill.
Thank you.
So congratulations, David. Congratulations to everybody who won tonight. All worthy winners. I would have loved it if we could have given prizes to every single entry. There were so many themes that came out strongly: intergenerational, gender diversity, racial diversity, diversity around different capabilities. I absolutely loved it. I found them truly inspiring, and all the photographs would make a brilliant addition to people's walls. So I really hope that they're going to be up there on the walls. This is the 4th edition of the competition, and I think it's really established itself now as part of the calendar, the British Chamber calendar, as Andrew said earlier on. We all look forward to the results. We always look forward to looking through the entries, and we look forward to this central part in the diversity and inclusion calendar. So we will be doing this again next year, the British Chamber will, and we are opening the entries from now. So I hope those of you that are watching will feel inspired to send in your own photographs. You will see the details of the competition later on and be able to find it on the on the British Chamber website. And I really look forward to possibly being involved in next year's iteration. Congratulations again to all the winners. Thank you so much to the sponsors. Thank you to the British Chamber for organising this, and to Asia Works for putting on such a super show. Thank you very much for letting me be part of it. Back to you, Daisy.
Thank you so much, Cara. Oh, that was really amazing to hear the inspiration behind the photographs. The high standard of the competition this year, it must have been such a hard job to pick a winner. But well done to Yvonne, Nurlisa, Yvonne and David, and just congratulations to everyone. I'm now going to hand back to Andrew from Barclays and the co-chair of the D&I Chamber Committee to sum up our thoughts on this evening.
Thank you, Daisy. I was also absolutely blown away by the pictures tonight. I think all the winners were fantastic. I think the pictures were amazing, and I'm sure we'll be enjoying your photographs for many years to come. So well done to all the winners this evening. So some big thank yous from me, because I know tonight's event, it wasn't easy to put on, particularly with COVID. So some big thank yous from me to a number of people. Firstly, thank you to the British Chamber for organising, and the D&I committee for putting on such an amazing event tonight. Thank you to the judges, Your Excellency Cara. Thank you for your commitment to diversity and inclusion, and for your dedication in drawing the winners tonight. So thank you. And Daisy, thank you for emceeing our event tonight. I know your day job isn't in TV presenting, but I think you have a calling if you need to find another role. So. Thank you also to all the entrants. You've been an amazing inspiration in promoting diversity in Singapore. So on that note, I'll pass back to Daisy. I can't wait to see the pictures next year, and hopefully we'll have this event in person.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Although then my TV career might take a stall, Andrew, so we'll gauge it next year, will we? No, thank you to you, and thank you to the whole of Barclays for your continued support. I would just like to take this opportunity before saying goodbye to highlight some similar virtual chamber events coming up. We have International Women's Day Conference being held on the 22nd, 24th and 29th of September. Some really thought-provoking topics will be discussed, and a keynote speech from Danny Cotton, former London Fire Commissioner. There is also the annual Business Awards taking place on the 29th of October, and that will see winners across 9 categories being celebrated. So it's just time for me to reiterate my thanks. Thanks to Barclays and to Newcastle University for making tonight and this event possible. Thanks to AsiaWorks and all the events team at the Chamber. And thank you very much to the Chamber's D&I committee. Thank you so much for your time, Your Excellency, Cara Owen, and most importantly, thank you to our finalists, everyone that entered, and you, our guests at home. As we heard from Cara, next year's competition is officially launched. So please get out there safely, take those photographs, keep those conversations going, challenge those biases. Thank you so much for taking your time tonight to show this direct commitment to the diversity and inclusion agenda. Thank you.